Secret Garden, Chapter 11. Hello, Mr. Hello, Mrs. I am really happy to see you. Today, we're going to discover the story, this chapter of story, and let's get started. And now, first, Colin ordered the servants and tell him to get him down from his room in front of the door and bring his wheelchair. And then he take order for the gardener to go away from the garden in the future or in this few days. So Deacon and Mary take the Colon wheelchair with him, and they pushed him kindly for the secret garden, for the garden first, and then while they walk together, while Deacon pushed the wheelchair of Cologne, Mary talked to Deacon about in the garden, because this is the first time for Colin get out from the dark room. So she told him, here we found the key, and there is the garden, and there is the door of the secret garden. Then she opened it and entered. Deacon and Colin and Mary, Mrs. Mary, and the fox and the crow and the two squirrels and their bird, Robin. When they enter, Deacon put his hand over Colin's eyes, and they pushed the wheelchair to the upper part in the garden beside the wall, and then they opened it to show him how beautiful the flowers there and the climbing planets around the garden. And he was really surprised and really happy, and he felt his face gets warm, and he feel going better from the warm sun. And after that, they spent a lot of time. They were all quiet, and all the space were quiet. So then Mary suddenly stared at the upper of the floor or the wall, and she was really furious, because she saw Ben Weatherstaff on the wall, and he shouted at her, and there is no anyone beside Mrs. Mary. So she was really surprised and feel afraid. When she saw her, she shouted at her, "What are you doing there, and how could you get in the garden?" And then Deacon pushed the wheelchair, and the Colin was in the wheelchair, and he suddenly not vanished, appeared in front of Ben Weatherstaff, and he was really surprised about seeing them, and his eyes were full of tears. Colin told him, "Do you know who I am?" And Mr. Ben told him, You all can't walk. Of course you are Mrs. Craven's son, because you are sitting in the wheelchair. How could you get out from your house? You have a crook back. You have a leg crook. You have a backache. How could you get out from the house? And then Mr. Crone stood up and showed him he can stand, and tell him that's all not true. I can walk, and I can stand and walk. And now get down from the ladders and get into the garden, and shut the door behind you. And after that, he dried his eyes from the tears, and he were very happy, because he was a gardener for Colin's mother. and he tell him, you take your mother eyes. That means your eyes really beautiful like your mother. Okay. Then they talk together, and the sun went on. They all get out from the garden. On the next day, after a day and day, often they every day coming for the secret garden, and Mr. Colin gets better and he could walk. And someday he asked his friend to doing magic because he believed in it, and he tell all of them to sit around like a circle to say something like the shiny sun. I don't think about that exactly because I didn't believe about the magic. And then he walked past from Mary to Deacon. He thought that magic helped him to walk. Okay? And Deacon tell him, after someday your father will come, and you are going to surprise him about you can walk, but we need to keep it secret until your father reaches for your home. So we don't have to notice any servant in the room or Mrs. Matlock. So Deacon's mother tell him, you have to not eat all your plates. You have to keep some it and return it to the kitchen. To didn't notice all the servants. You are getting healthy and eating all your plates. So his healthy getting better and better, and I think that's all in this chapter. This chapter take 40 minutes. It's too long, and this is all. Colon can walk, and they went to the secret garden. Then Deacon's mother come for the secret garden because Deacon tell her about it, and she promised them his mother going to keep the secrets, and she going to help us as she could, because she's a pretty woman, and really very interesting woman and kind. And Colin tell Deacon mother, I hope to get mother like Deacon. And she put her hand around Colin and Mary and tell them, just imagine I'm your mother. I'm not your aunt or only Deacon's mother. I'm mother of all of you. So that's all about this story. She's really nice woman. I hope to see you in the 12th chapter, the end of this story, the next chapter. Thank you, Mr. and thank you, Mrs. to listen for me. I hope to see you in the next chapter. Bye.